Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Now Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Wentz, complete to Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
Touchdown! Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them, and when I look at their schedule.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
With his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Darius Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle. Now a 2nd down and 6. On the counter, Etienne.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
104 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
On first down, it's Logan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at it, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
This is Logan. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Ready, break.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Vincent Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is...
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
10th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Here's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle, looking at each other.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
173 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We go! 90 Wolf! 53 Smart! Yeah, let's get a sack.
They'll run with Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Marr is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Second and 10.
He runs. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's go, D.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Muscles him off. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They give to Taylor out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Alert 3, alert 3. Sunday.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's gonna find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
ETN once more. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. His own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Jags grab it, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with.
So there. Hold on, let me switch this controller. What's up there?